catch it with my. Try to catch it with my. Try to catch it with my.
Well, back at her again. Had a southern accent there, but we are in Georgia. We found a sweet spot here out in Georgia. National Forest, Chattanooga National Forest. 2 months ago, I dropped a video that ultimately was probably one of the lowest points in the last 3 years of sharing this vlog for me. And it was a very vulnerable moment for me. Ben and I, we were in Jade for 7 months, living out of her on the road with no top, enduring the elements, and it was a huge challenge. It really starts to wear on you. Making things extremely challenging for myself is a good test, and it builds character. But when you do it for maybe longer than necessary, it just weighs on you. Ben jumped into this lifestyle with having no prior experience, and he was honestly a champ with the whole 7 months that he was with. Ben and I talked about it. It was funny. We had a lot of laughs. We're like, dude, what was going on out there? There you go. We got it. We're pulling it out. We're gonna be rained out. Hasn't let up since last night. The leaf spring mounts on the trailer busted. Passenger side shackle is still intact, but the driver's side snapped real bad. I'm chilling on the center console trying to stay dry. Kind of waiting the rain out, but it hasn't let up at all. These are just mosquito protectors. That's it. They're not for looks. I mean, it could be a new fashion trend. You know, we'll see what happens. But, you know, mostly it's just for mosquito protection. I knew this thing would come in handy. Tarp worked like a charm. Is that the water that's on the awning? Oh man. Yeah, it's raining a good one. Oh gosh. I'm alright, Anders. The bottle jack on this leaf spring and then put pressure up on the frame, and it brought the leaf spring down, and that lined it up. Ladies and gentlemen, the first batch of beef jerky. We just got a dehydrator and we've been running it all day making beef jerky while we're driving on the trail.
10 days of 10 hours.
I blacked out.
Blacked out? I don't remember what happened.
I think there was painting, you were painting something.
Not even an hour into driving back to Wisconsin, and the right rear tire is flat. Flat as a pancake. Yep. You know what? No complaints here. You know, nature is gonna win. You know, especially trying to do it like that. This is nice. I will be doing more hammocking, and I'm gonna say hammock. We just kind of endured it and manned up and wanted to embrace it as a challenge. And, you know, we kind of kept telling that to people that would ask us about it, and we kept telling that to ourselves to keep us going. But eventually, we broke, if you will. It's like, are we actually having fun with this anymore? Is it worth continuing like this if you're not enjoying it? It didn't feel like I could find joy in my work and in creating videos and being on the road. I just didn't look at things the same way. And so what you guys got in the last video is that weighing on me, and then everything that anything that could have been underlying throughout these years just spilled out. Every day since I released that video, I just felt better and better, and my mind could just start clearing up. I could start focusing again. Because for so long, it just felt like I couldn't focus on anything. As vulnerable as I was, that was the best decision I could have made for this. And then taking a step back, taking a break to really work on myself and get myself straight, figure out a new approach for this trip, was the best thing I could have done. been a wild, crazy ride. And it's about to get crazier. Trying it again. Kinsey's joining up. And her dog is joining up. 2 people, 2 dogs in the Jeep. Should be interesting. It's gonna be so nice in Florida. Hey poopers! What are you little hellions doing up here? You causing trouble? You have a good New Year's Eve, Gordy? Huh? Gordy basically is Annie's big brother. Border Collie Australian Shepherd mix. Annie's a Border Collie Spaniel mix. Mr. Lemur Eyes, handsome boy Gordy. Oh yeah. Annie has a buddy. Keeping it classy out here in Manchester, Tennessee, you know, living the dream. Yeah, Anders, living the dream. With this new setup, we're gonna have to make some more changes. That's where we're at right now. But we're on the road and we're doing it. We're doing it. I initially thought that I needed to be alone on this road trip to get back to where I was, or you know, that feeling of nostalgia towards that happy-go-lucky Jake in the beginning of the trip. But along the trip, all the experiences have changed me and morphed me into who I am today. And you know, embracing the suffering that I was going through and sharing it, and then breaking through that. When it comes to being vulnerable, it's probably one of the strongest things you can do. If I look at it the right way, it will be good, and it will leave me with something that will continue to make me stronger in some way. Maybe a little bit wiser too. Kinsey's outside here rearranging some of her stuff. How's it going, beautiful? Yeah, learning the way of the road.
Learning the way of the road, absolutely. Lots of condensing, realizing that you don't really need very much.
Knew we'd have probably too much when we first started, but
Prairie dog socks are staying.
these are a gem. Who is Kinsey? Well, let's just say her and Jade have a pretty close relationship. We of course had banana pancakes last night. A little bit of maple syrup left over. I'm bringing back banana pancakes at least 5 to 6 times a week, you know. Couple days I'll have something else, but yeah. As with any configuration with Jade, it's a little bit of trial and error, test it out, make some changes, test out the new changes, make some more changes. These sliders are working out pretty cool though. You'll notice there's a guitar. It's gonna be in the Jeep at all times. Even though there's really not room for it, I'm making it work because I need to get back into playing. It was one of my first love, and I love making music, and it's something I haven't done for a long time, so the guitar is coming with. It was super important for me to stick around throughout the holidays, but as soon as Christmas passed, boom, got right on the road as fast as I could. Even though this soft top has giant holes. Yeah, this is just oh man, I think I just ripped it some more. This is not connected at all, so we got tons of holes in here, a little bit of rain leaking in, but having a little bit of a top is better than having none of a bit of a top. So the day we left, this rear window cracked because it was so cold out, and so I threw some Gorilla Tape on there to secure it. But the zippers on both sides don't even work anyway, so this top has seen better days. It's over 20 years old. A few things will be getting swapped out in the near future. I want to get a rooftop tent, one that pops straight up so it's really fast, and then you know, we'll have a good place to sleep. And if I ever take other passengers, we'll see how long Kinsey wants to stay out on the road with me. I still have a seat for a passenger, you know, keeping the passenger seat in, and then I can take, you know, my sister's talking about joining up, my brother was talking about joining up for a little bit too, so I can keep this configuration. I really just wanted to get on the road. This has been the longest I've been off the road since I started this whole thing. So I was getting super antsy, but you know, it was a good time to really hone in on what I wanted out of this trip, and it's just to enjoy it and to feel like I'm, you know, doing something meaningful, and that's really sharing as much as I can with it, what the road and this lifestyle is teaching me, and you know, ultimately for you guys to take this crazy lifestyle as just a metaphor of one person living their dream, and why can't you? All right, simple as that. So that's my whole goal with this. That's always been my whole goal with this. But that being said, the Jeep's always changing, Jade's always changing. This setup is gonna be changing. No, I haven't figured everything out. I'm never gonna. That's how life works. You can't know everything. But I'm very much at peace with the situations of the past, especially my father passing. For the first time after I made that last video, I could say, like, physically speak, I truly am at peace with my father's passing. To be able to say that out loud feels so good. If you keep everything in your head, it's just not the same. You have to, like, sometimes you have to physically speak something to make it more real. I'm truly proud of what I've done over the last few years. Said that out loud, that feels good too. This community, super proud of you guys. You continue to support me. I don't expect people to understand, and I don't need them to, because that's not important either. Songbird go and sing, whether you think it's beautiful music or annoying noise. I don't necessarily need to prove anything to anyone, and I just need to be content with myself and where I'm at. You ultimately have to be happy with yourself, love yourself, or none of this matters. So you gotta start there. Quick, show forward. This is insane. Look at this out here.